So Kenyans, this is how Ruto fixed us. And before I tell you how, I must start by warning some of you. You must stop sanitizing Uhuru Kenyatta. In the recent past, I have come across social media posts and videos of people trying to sanitize Uhuru Kenyatta. They are whining about how, quote unquote, Uhuru Kenyatta want us as Kenyans. So I want to warn you Kenyans, do not bring your emotions in matters of national importance. Don't dare, do not try. Uhuru Kenyatta is as evil as William Ruto. And if there is any warning he ever gave us, it wasn't about you as a Kenyan. It was about him preserving his power. It was about him trying to stop another evil person from dominating us. So he wanted to continue dominating us. You understand? So you must stop that stupidity of telling us how Uhuru Kenyatta wants us. Kenyans have a very short memory. So you've all forgotten how Uhuru Kenyatta filled rivers with bodies of Kenyans. The Nairobi city mortuary was always full during the tenure of Uhuru Kenyatta because of extrajudicial killings, looting, the corruption in his government. And now you are telling us how he wants us. Want who? Uhuru Kenyatta belongs to committee, just like William Ruto and his UDA thugs. So let me get back to the topic. This is how Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto fixed us and put us in a very serious and dangerous situation, which if we are not careful, if we continue solving our problems using emotions, like how you guys are trying to fall for Ruto's destruction and petty political fights with his deputy, it might take us a very long time to get out of this dangerous situation which Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto put us. And this is how they fixed us. I am talking about the debt question. The loans which Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto took, which Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto borrowed between 2013 and 2022. First of all, they did this against our public finance laws as stipulated in chapter 12 of our constitution about public finance. They ran to parliament, tried to amend and change some laws so that they can align with their criminalities. And this is what they did. From Eurobond to all other loans borrowed from different global financial institutions to the tune of more than 10 trillion was done illegally. Yes, this was illegal. And that is why there is this question of odious debt. Because there wasn't consent from Kenyans. And above all, these loans never benefited us as Kenyans. And that is why we talk about odious debt. But before that, this is another issue. You see, the Constitution tells us that you can only borrow for development purposes. You can only borrow to fund or to start a development project. But what did Uhuru and Ruto do? They borrowed and used these monies in funding recurrent expenditure. So you might ask, why were they borrowing for recurrent expenditure while they are collecting taxes on a daily basis? And this is the simple reason. The taxes collected from us as Kenyans was looted. It was diverted to personal accounts of Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, and their friends and family. And so there were no money to fund the operational, to pay salaries and fund other government day-to-day operations. And so they had to borrow to use this money in paying salaries and allowances and other so many expenses. And that alone is enough to tell you the debt we are now repaying is odious debt. Another thing they did, like in the case of Eurobond, they borrowed this money and this is according to the treasury documents. This money never came to Kenya. They went to London and divided this money among different politicians in the Ruto regime. And that is how we lost billions, hundreds of billions of money, which was supposed to fund development project. Look, if for example this money were used to fund a development project, which maybe after around 10, 15, 20 years, this project would help us to repay these loans because they would generate revenue. But what happened? The money was looted and now we have to borrow to pay. So this is how they fixed us, and we are not getting out of this anytime soon because they will continue borrowing in the name of repaying. So the debt might remain constant and we might go for decades servicing these loans. Solution, because I'm running out of time. The solution is simple. We must destroy the current system, fragment each and every individual involved and send them to committee and force them to return this money so that we can use these monies to pay the debts and fund development projects in this country. No other way out of this. It is as simple as that.